just turned on. Didn't even start the car yet. Look at these lights.
Is the car on?
It's changing lights by itself. Depende sa mood.
This car has 3 drive modes. So on power, it's full gas mode. And on hybrid is half gas mode and half EV, electric vehicle. And pure is like, it's purely electric vehicle.
We're taking the car out for a night drive to get McDonald's.
Macronda.
Macronda. Today we're taking a break from our Italy vlog series because Lynk Co has sent Basti a hybrid vehicle for him to review, and so we're gonna take it on our regular Sunday and we'll show you around the car and what it can do.
It will be my first time having a hybrid car in the garage, so it will be quite exciting to go to the mall and have that EV parking and charge the car for the first time. So it's gonna be fun, and we're gonna just show you what we're gonna do today. So
We're gonna see what it's like to have all the electric vehicle perks.
And hang out, it'll be fun. So our friends from Lynk Co sent us this 01. It's a mid-size compact SUV, and it's a full plug-in hybrid vehicle. Now let's go for a drive. So Lynk Co is a Chinese-Swiss automobile brand. It's co-owned by Geely and by Volvo. Driving this car, like, my first impressions is it actually feels nice driving it. It feels nice and light, very agile, it feels very pointy. It doesn't feel sluggish at all. The power is just enough. It's actually quite nimble, it's actually pretty fast.
Have you driven an electric car before?
I've never driven an electric car before.
So what's the difference that you feel driving a hybrid car versus the gas?
So the biggest difference between driving a hybrid car and a conventional fuel car is the pickup with the gas pedal is so much more instant. You could feel the power come right away. Acceleration is so much quicker. There's no lag.
For electric?
Yeah, for the electric car, the power just comes instantly. You could feel the power right away. And like with this car is about 260 horsepower and about 260 Newton meters of torque. Like, for its size, in perspective, this car produces the same amount of power as my Land Cruiser, but this car is like half the weight and size of my Land Cruiser. So it being 260 horsepower, it's quite fast. Like, you can even feel, right, that if you go full throttle, you could feel your back towards getting pushed back to the seat. Definitely with the car industry nowadays, like the Chinese players are really stepping up the game. This car, the Lynk Co, compared to the other Chinese car brands that's popping up now in the market, it's actually pretty impressive to me. Like, how it feels, how it drives, the interior is actually pretty nice, with the digital dash, with the Apple CarPlay, with the wireless charging. And like, the nearest competitor to this is the Toyota RAV4, because at price point, this car's at 2.3 million. The RAV4 is at 2.3 at the high end. But if you compare this to the RAV4, you'll definitely have more features with this. And in the back, there's a USB-C plug, and it's about the same size as the RAV4, and I think it drives the same as the RAV4. And if people are watching and following our Italy series, they'll notice that our rent-a-car was a Volvo XC60, and the driving dynamics of the Volvo XC60 compared to this is very similar. And that way I can say that I could feel the Volvo in this car. It's just nice to have the European touch to the car, and even the Volvo technology, and we know that Volvo is one of the safest brands. In fact, like, if I'm not mistaken, the XC60 has a 0% fatality rate. It's one of the safest cars. And this car really feels very tight and agile and compact, and I would really recommend this car to people within the budget of buying a RAV4. I'll probably tell them just buy a Lynk Co 01. What I don't like about this car is definitely the seats. I wish they were in leather. I like the shape. It's very sporty. It's like semi bucket, but I just feel like they could have gone with leather than the fabric. The fabric for me kind of feels like a downgrade.
It's a budget choice, maybe.
Yeah. So like right now we're like stuck in traffic, and I could release my foot off the brake and we're not moving. And because it has this feature called the auto hold feature, so while you're in traffic, it will just stop, and even though you're in drive mode, you won't move. And then the moment that you have to move, you just step on the gas and we're going. And I stop again, let go, and it's quite easy. It's very relaxed. So props to them.
There's also a button for the auto hold, so you can make it an optional thing in case you don't want it.
I would personally turn this off when parking, especially in a tight parking space. It's quite annoying when you have it on and you're in a tight parking spot. You have to do those little adjustments because it feels like very abrupt. So I turn it off so that it could be smoother when parking. But in traffic, it works perfect.
Uso pa naman ng traffic sa Manila. Traffic right now.
I would definitely recommend this to people looking for a car within the 2 million budget range, especially if it's just a car that you want for every day. You live in Makati, you live in the city. It's not too big, it's not too small, and you could take this out of town. And it's a hybrid, so you'll save a lot of fuel. Like I was telling you, even that with the hybrid system, since you have the electric engine and the combustion engine, your fuel mileage doubles than a normal car. It's because you use electric power at some point and your gas. So, you're also saving the planet.
A little bit.
A little bit. But I'm still a purist. I'm a car guy. I love my combustion engines. I still like to hear the sound. And talking about sound, this car is so quiet that you even think the car is off, but the car is really on. When you start it, you don't hear the vroom. It goes click, and then you just see everything turn on. And you're like, oh, the car's on now.
Although from the outside, when you turn it on and it's on the electric mode, it'll make a sound like
Oh yeah? So it sounds like a remote control toy car.
Sure. It doesn't sound like an engine, but it just sounds like there's a I guess it sounds like a hovercraft.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I guess that's an electric engine working for you. This car is front wheel drive, so when you go, all the power gets sent to the two front wheels. It's quite powerful, like really, like it's very nimble. When you step on the gas, it's very instant. Turning left and right is very good. It feels very sharp. Even last night I was driving in the rain. The car felt planted. It didn't feel like it was gonna skid off me. So it's pretty good. The one thing that I observed with this though, I think I would prefer it with stronger brakes. The brakes in this is not up to my preference. You have to really step on the brake pedal really hard for it to really stop. But then once you're stepping on the brake pedal so hard, everything's going forward. It's quite uncomfortable. So you really have to brake early with this one.
So one plus about this car as a passenger is that the jug actually fits. You know how jugs nowadays have big bases? The cup holders here actually fit the jugs. So Bass is always making me hold his jug so I lose a hand. So this is a plus point. The legroom is pretty standard. It can fit my bag and I still have enough space for my feet. You even have a little net compartment here to hold any more stuff.
I love the net though. The net I think is like crucial. Having a net in the passenger well, I think it's a really good idea. If every car could have that, I love having a net there. Having this car overnight, I'm enjoying having this car, especially driving it around the city. It's so easy. I could feel like I can weave it in and out of traffic so easy. Steering is so light but so accurate, and it makes the car really feels it's just one. You really feel connected to the car. I think this car is also perfect for people who just started driving, wants an easy car to drive. This is perfect. It's so agile, so nice. When you turn with this car, it's so smooth. Oh, we have to show the sunroof. And my other feature that I love about this car is that you have the full sunroof, meaning the sunroof runs from the front to the back. Then it opens halfway. So the cover goes full, but it only opens halfway. You know, we raced here before for Vios Cup. This was the pit lane. These were the paddocks were.
So if any of you are wondering why Bas was asked to review this car, it's because he used to race as a kid.
Started when I was 5, go-karting. Made my way all the way up to cars, and I was fully sponsored at the end of my career by the Aubin Group of Toyota dealerships.
Yeah, now he's just flexing.
Now I'm
But-
just flexing.
Fun fact that we always like to share is that when Bas was around 10, 11, 12 years old, his competitors were sina Max Verstappen, Lando Norris,
Yeah.
who else?
Basically, the people racing now on the professional level were the faces I would see before when I would race world finals for go-karts. And seeing them now on the world stage, seeing their names is quite... Oh, I raced with them before. But you know, as a kid, you're just like, I just wanted to win. They're just my competitors. Who are they anyway?
So they weren't exactly friends.
Yeah. I guess having that background is quite beneficial because up to this day, even though I didn't pursue racing as a full-time career, I still have the passion and love for cars. Anika knows that all I do is talk about cars 24/7, and I myself also have my own cars that I'm very passionate and proud about. But like right now, the car has 0 EV battery. We're on full gas mode. We're using 100% of the engine, of the combustion engine. And then we're gonna go to Mass now. And after Mass, we're gonna go to Rockwell. We'll be parking in the electric vehicle slot, and then we'll be charging the car. And that's actually my most awaited part of this vlog because 1, it's reserved parking. You get to park in front. Ha 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 ha. And 2, it's my first time having to plug the car into a charging station. So we'll be showing you on how to plug it. And since we're starting from 0%, we'll be timing also how long we're at the mall and what time we leave, and show how much charge it has gained.
So we're seeing 0 battery as an opportunity right now. Positive.
But in other news, that's a good thing about having a hybrid because when you run out of battery, you still have your combustion engine.
Or vice versa. So now it is 4:16 and we have Mass at 5. So we're gonna start making our way back. Inertia! We're gonna start making our way back to hear Mass at 5.
I hope the RFID works. You could see on the dash that it's detecting the car in front.
So we just got out of Mass and now for the most awaited part,
I'm gonna go to the mall. We go to power plant.
and we're gonna try out the electric vehicle charging. Hopefully there's parking. I mean, usually there is in the electric vehicle slots, but
Hopefully. Let's see.
I think it's still a luck game because there aren't that many. So
Boss, saan yung charging slot na pang electric vehicle? So hindi dito.
So there's no space in 8 Rockwell. So we're gonna try to find another mall, maybe Greenbelt.
Yeah. That's the pain point, I guess, right now is if you have a full EV and you didn't leave your house full charge and you're like, oh no, there's no parking slot. How will I charge? But apparently the guard said that you could like park somewhere near, and then once one person is done, they will call you. But then again, you just also want the ease of driving in and plugging in your car, right?
So Greenbelt didn't work out. Now we're in Uptown, and
I hope this works out.
a car just left the electric vehicle charging slot, and I think we're gonna get it. Yes, we are. Yay.
On the dashboard right there, you could see that the battery is at 0 and we'll be charging it now. And let's see what the charge will be after we eat dinner. I got to plug in the car. It's blinking green, so that means it's charging. And then I got a confirmation a while ago on the dashboard. It says the time to fully charge is 3 hours. I don't think we'll be here for 3 hours, but let's see how much we'll charge over here, right? The car is locked right now. As a security feature, you cannot take out the charge if the car is locked. So you can only take it out once I unlock the car later. And the greatest thing is the entrance is just right there. I feel so VIP.
What did you say?
I'm part of the 3 blind mice. Now that we're done, we'll now unplug the car.
It's been about an hour and a half, or no, 2 hours and a half that we've been charging the car.
About 2 hours now.
So we'll see how much it was able to charge.
We have to unlock the car first. So now it says that I have 78 kilometers of battery from 0.
So this is 0 when we left.
Yeah, when you left it was 0, now it's 78.
Woo!
Oh, it's full.
Full charge?
It's full.
Or does it say full?
Here.
Oh,
It says at 1.
I guess that's a 100%.
Yeah.
So I guess 2.5 hours is enough.
But then, this is a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. So the battery is actually not like the main source of power. So I guess that's why the range is so low if you're wondering. Because at the end of the day, the hybrid system is just a support for the internal combustion engine or the ICE. At the end of the day, I do like the car. I'm glad that it's a hybrid, because the amount of people with plug-in hybrids or electric vehicles nowadays are a lot, and there isn't enough parking slots. So it was quite frustrating how on a Sunday we had to go to our third mall to find a slot, and it was just by chance when we got there someone pulled out. But at the end of the day, the car is, I think it's a perfect first car. It's a perfect city car. It's very light, it's very nimble, it's zippy. No, but what I mean is the power is there. It's not sluggish. When you step on the gas, when you need to overtake, the power is there. It gives you instant power. So I would really recommend this car. But if you were gonna ask me if I'm gonna replace my Land Cruiser to this, no, I still love my Land Cruiser. It's my first car review. It's more nerve-wracking than I thought. Like thinking about it this morning, as you know, easy peasy talk about cars. But then now having a camera in front of you, it's also like, damn, this is quite. Camera got hands.
Oh,
Heat seater.
heat seater.
Annika's favorite.
He doesn't even realize he said heat seater.
Oh,
Seat heater.
seat heater.
All the way. All the way. Yes. Cause if it's raining in Manila, hindi ka ba nilalamig?
Fun fact, Annika's favorite feature in a car is the seat heater. So in my car, every time people would ride my car, Annika would forget to turn it off. So people would be like, why is my seat so hot? And I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, my beautiful girlfriend left the heat seater,
The heat seater.
the seat heater on.